Inventory Quest is a game for 1 to 8 players about packing your bag for an adventure. Each player takes a board representing their backpack and a dry erase marker. Set aside the 36 card journey deck until later. At the start of the game, each player fills their backpack with all of the supplies they will need for their trip. The 6 available items are written at the top of your board. You'll want to have plenty of food to eat along the way. You'll need rope to get past some obstacles. And healing potions will recover your health if you get injured. These 3 items are single use and will be erased as indicated on the journey cards. Shields will prevent damage, and swords and bows can be used to attack monsters and to hunt. These 3 items are multiple use. You will cross off squares each time the item is used, and when all squares are crossed off, the item is erased. You have 20 gems to spend on items. Draw any of these items in any combination you like into your backpack. You can rotate them in any orientation, and you can even draw them any way you like as long as they're identifiable and they take up the correct number of spaces. The most important rule to remember is, you can add things to your backpack anywhere you like, but you can only take things out of your backpack from the top. If you can't trace a path to get the item out of the top of your bag in the orientation it's drawn, then you can't use that item. You can, however, discard items at any time by erasing them. Once you're happy with how your bag is packed, total up the number of gems you've spent on items, and any remainder you have left over you can add into your gem collection. Once all players are ready, it's time to begin the journey. Separate the journey cards and the shop cards, and shuffle the 2 piles separately. The journey will consist of 3 stages with 6 cards each, for a total of 18 cards, and there are 2 opportunities to shop in between. Deal out the first 6 cards one by one. Camp requires we eat 1 food. The mountain pass requires us to use a rope and 1 food. If we don't have a rope or choose not to use it, we'll have to take the long way round. That will cost us 2 food and will take 1 damage as well. To fight our way past a goblin will require 1 use of a sword or a bow. In a sword fight, the goblin can hit back for 1 damage, but we can take that damage on our shield. For defeating the goblin, we gain 1 gem. If we chose to run away, it would cost us 1 food and 1 damage. If we find a treasure, we can choose to add it to our backpack, but we must have the space or discard enough items from the top of our bag to make room. Treasures are worth as many gems as they take up in spaces. As with any other items, you can draw them in any orientation and in any way you like, as long as they're identifiable and take up the right number of spaces. For a hunt, we can use our sword or bow to gain food, or we can spend a food and keep travelling. This hazard needs 1 use of a sword to bypass, or you can take a damage to get through. After 6 journey cards, draw a shop card. Here you can spend gems to buy 1 of the items indicated, or you can sell a treasure for the gem shown, if you have it. There's food blocking access to this treasure, so we'll have to discard that if we want to sell it. The journey continues by drawing another 6 cards. Rough terrain requires us to spend 2 food, but we only have 1 left. Anytime you're required to spend food, but you can't, you'll take 1 damage for starvation instead. This damage can't be blocked by a shield. However, after resolving any card, you may drink 1 healing potion to recover 1 health. We'll use our last rope to climb the spire and get the gem. We're running low on supplies, so this shopping trip we'd better get some food. At the end of the 3rd stage of the journey, we've reached the Castle of the King. Any treasures we've managed to bring all the way to the castle are worth 1 extra point. But we do have to pay the royal healers to get us back to full health. Erase 2 gems for every damage taken. Count up your remaining gems. The player with the highest score is the winner.